Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lynn and Scott Philippines. Hello,
Hello.
Miss Lynn.
Hello, Scott. So, welcome to our channel, guys.
Welcome to our channel.
What? Hello, everyone.
Uh,
So, hope everyone's doing good. So today we have us something to share to all of you, all of us, or something like that. All of us, really. So, what you want to share? Like,
wonder why I have headaches every day.
so,
Oh, yeah. Here's what I want to say. I came across this and then picked out, I think, the six that she wanted to talk about. The title of this is 15 Major Red Flags in a Relationship. Lynn picked out six of them, right? One through
mm,
five and number 15.
yeah.
So we thought we'd talk about these six. So the first one is patterns of controlling behavior. You may shrug off some instances of controlling behavior at first and I have to read that without, hope they're a one-off incident, especially if you feel like you've found a soulmate. But if you start to notice patterns forming, such as someone you're dating trying to take control of your personal finances, social arrangements, or even your own self-image, things may only get worse. If
Mm-hmm.
you also fear telling loved ones or friends about these behaviors, it may also point to the fact that you know deep down that these behaviors are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you start to notice patterns forming, such as someone you're dating trying to take control of your personal finances, social arrangements, which I'm assuming is going out into town, or if he's going out with his buddies, or you're going out with your friends, and or even your own self-image.
Yeah, it's a really red flag. Especially the finances.
Well, I
Something
think all three are. I mean, finances, of course, are a big
socials.
thing. It's a big deal with the
I don't
LDR
know,
stuff
but
and everything, right?
some are relationship or they trust each other like that. Even
Well, the other one
finances,
is social
social.
arrangements.
Yeah.
Is it okay for the guy to go have drinks with his buddies, or go have coffee with his buddies, or you go have coffee with your friends and stuff? Um, or even self-image. Like a lot of guys come over here from the states. We grew up differently than you guys here in the Philippines. A lot of the girls might have grew up like you did in the province where you didn't have much. The guys coming over, they're used to having a big screen TV or whatever, and they watch their sports or whatever it is they watch. And
Mm-hmm.
you're like, I don't want to watch this stuff all the time, and you try to change his image, which is you don't need to be watching sports all the time, or you don't need to be whatever it is he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to change somebody, I think, is a wrong idea, especially at our age. Um, I think,
It
yeah.
depends the situation. Yeah. It
No,
depends.
no, it does. I don't think it does at all. If the guy tells you before he comes over what he's like, and then he comes over and then he said, "Well, I don't want you doing this and that." Well, I told you before I come over here. Well, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, but there and it depends the place where you want, and it depends also your age. Of course,
Yeah, of
sometimes
course.
you control about example if you're old now you control about your health, control about like that, not about for controlling your because there's a time that control to yourself or behavior because that's concern that your relationship, but it depends the situation.
Well, this has not. It
Mm.
would control your personal finances, social arrangements, or even your own self-image. We don't. We didn't. We came here to change a little bit.
We
But
have
why?
to.
Why? I guess my question is, why do I have to be the only one that has to change?
Of course, you are here in the Philippines. You need to be changed a little bit. Like
So you
it's
shouldn't have to change for a relationship. Then
no.
why should I?
Well, should
Just because I'm in your country, I have to change. There's things that change, but that has nothing to do with the relationship. The language and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with the relationship stuff.
If you're talking about finances, social issue, of
Oh,
course, it's
finances, yeah.
a red flag. But if the other types of like this, you have to adjust. Example, you don't want to change what you want to eat. You don't have food here in American. Oh, you adjust.
Well, that's has nothing to do with any of this three things you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
We'll move on
depends.
to the next one. Frequent dishonesty or deception. While everyone tells a white lie every once in a while, frequent dishonesty or deception is a major red flag to look out for. You may notice their story changing about certain events from a past relationship, or perhaps you found out that they lied about where they worked or even where they were at last weekend. Trust your gut instinct. All healthy relationships are built on trust, so having this broken so soon is a major red flag.
Yeah, dishonesty and deception. It's a red flag, of course, in relationship because you don't have trust each other.
Well, it says changing about certain events from a past relationship. I don't know what that would mean. Maybe it's kind of like some guys find out when they come over here that the girl that they've been talking to is really married. You know what I'm saying?
And then
And you
it's
know that happens. I mean, I'm not blaming it on it. Everything goes wrong on the girl's side. I'm just saying that's similar to what that's saying there. Or perhaps you found out that they lied about where they worked. Maybe somebody said they worked and made X amount of money and they don't make anything. All
mhm.
they do is work a sorry story.
Why I say that I'm working in the real
No,
estate.
no. Or it says where they were at the weekend. And that's something like if I said, "Oh, I went out with the guys last weekend," and you found out that I went out fishing with the guys last weekend, but I went to a bar all weekend and partied, or you said you went out with your girlfriends and didn't say anything other than that, but you girls went out to a bar and partied or
Yeah,
something. So that
that's
that's
red flag.
right. So the next one is lack of emotional support or empathy. When we feel upset, hurt, or worried, having someone we care about validate our feelings can be incredibly valuable. But if the person you're in a relationship with can't offer you the kind of empathy or emotional support, you may start to feel lonely or misunderstood. Neither of these feelings are grounds for a healthy relationship.
Of course, you don't have empathy each other. Like
You
you,
love that word, don't you? Empathy.
huh?
You love that word, don't you? Empathy.
Yeah, if you don't have empathy, you don't have sympathy.
Oh, really?
Is that right?
I don't know.
Why you don't know?
I
You
don't
have to
think
try
so.
to think that if you don't have if you are
Well, what is this
empathy,
about? This is like something that makes me sad. Maybe I found out something happened back home, and I'm really sad about it, and you don't give a shit.
yeah,
That's what they're talking about here is, or something happens in your life, and you're really sad, and I don't pay attention to it and don't care.
no, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, only
Red flag.
if money only. That's a red.
Red flag.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is displays of jealousy and possessiveness.
Hmm.
While a partner being jealous of other men or women can initially feel flattering, consistent displays of possessiveness, especially when it seems unreasonable, are a red flag to look out for. This can be framed as love or concern, emotional blackmail, and an inability to take accountability, especially if their ex is always painted as the sole problem.
Yeah, it's red flag, of course. Too much jealous and possessiveness. Is that
What the minutes up?
display of too much
Speak up because we're nobody.
display of too jealousy and possessiveness. Yeah, of course, it's red flag. There's times that you can feel jealous, but like unreasonable. That's why I said, especially when it seems unreasonable. That there's unreasonable now, or of course, red flag already.
Well, what they're saying is there is flattering, consistent displays of possessiveness, especially when it seems unreasonable. Like, I'm getting jealous over nothing.
Mm.
I think you're going out and seeing somebody else and stuff like that.
Overthink.
Right, overthinking. That's what they're talking about, that unreasonable. You know, that's a
It's a
red
red
flag,
flag.
so you better move on, I
Yeah.
guess. So, yeah, jealousy and possessiveness. Possessiveness, I hate that word because I don't like, especially in a relationship, I don't think,
But
even if you're married, you don't possess that person, whether you're the man or the woman of the relationship, you don't possess,
like the man.
you don't own the other person. They have a right, even if you're married, to step away from their marriage or step
But
away
like
from the
you
relationship.
coordinate us and like that, like
Well,
something like
possessiveness is just, yeah, you got control of the other person or whatever, but they're not allowed to do anything unless they ask for
yeah,
stuff.
it's a red
So
flag.
we'll jump on this one: inconsistency in communication. So we always said communications at the top. Communication is, I'm going to try this word again, intrinsic. Intrinsic. Never heard of that word in my life. To a healthy relationship, especially at the early stages. So inconsistency in this area is a red flag. Perhaps it might take days and days to reply about organizing a date, leaving key details to the last minute. Or perhaps they give you lots of attention for a short while, only to ghost you for days or even weeks at a time. Not only can this be a sign of emotional immaturity and dishonesty, but it can also be a sign that they aren't ready for a relationship. And what they're saying here is, like, let's say we go out on a few dates, but then you don't hear from me for a little while.
Yeah,
But I'm watching, I have your messenger or email, whatever it is, and I'm ghosting you. I think ghosting is where you read the stuff, but you don't let them know that you read whatever they sent.
yeah,
And so they're trying to find out what you're really saying about him because you know, he's immature, so he's worried you're talking stuff about him to your friends, stuff like that. So that's what I
like
think
that.
this is about. Yeah.
I thought they are not consistent in
Well, and they're
communication.
not consistent. Communication is that go out on a few dates, but then you don't hear from the guy,
Yeah,
and and then maybe a month later, hey, you want to go out on a date again? You're like, oh, wait a minute.
yeah,
It's inconsistent because,
dishonesty,
yeah, he's not,
maturity.
apparently he's probably seeing somebody else or too busy for you in a way or something
Yeah,
like that.
or maybe he's not. She didn't feel it each other their relationship.
Yeah, yeah, but
Okay.
he's scared to tell you about it. That
Mm. Okay.
was
So
that it?
the last one is unwilling.
Unwillingness to apologize or take responsibility.
Mhm.
Do you always feel like you're the one apologizing or trying to make amends, even when you weren't in the wrong? Yes. Rachel says an unwillingness to apologize or take accountability is a major red flag. Emotional immaturity, refusal, or inability to repair conflict, and emotional unavailability are also serious issues. Coasting through a relationship without investing effort, something a lot of people miss, can actually be a form of neglect or passive control.
Yeah. It's red flag, of course. Without investing effort. So it means unwillingness. You don't take
Can you give me an
response.
example?
Like example, like example, if you want to have your relationship to be good or to be better, you have to be apologize. You have to accept, even if it's not your fault, but you know your pride is
Well, it's
become down like
kind of
that.
like if you're late all the time for a date. You're always the one that's late, but
And
you never apologize. You just blame it on something else.
yeah,
The
because
dog
it's
ate my newspaper or whatever. You know what I'm saying? stuff like that. Because we're talking relationship stuff here, so it's always have to do with
So
relationship.
without investing effort nga, that's why.
Investing effort.
Because if you are investing effort, you're
Well, yeah, if
willing.
you're late all the time for a date, then you're not investing. You're not investing any effort at all. It's just like being late for work. Sooner or later, you're going to get fired because you're not investing any effort.
Mm,
And it's the same with dating.
mm.
If you don't, you're not anxious to come see me, then you know.
No, they
And
invest to
then,
say you
and everybody says, "Oh,
to.
well, it's Filipino time." I don't care about Filipino time. If we said we're going to meet at 5 o'clock, if you're not there at 5, you should be messaging me saying, "I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm in the car." Blah blah blah. But if that happens every time we go on a date,
Of
then
course,
you don't really care.
it's not ano na. It's a red flag.
It's a
Okay.
red flag, yeah.
Yeah.
So if your Filipino's always late, don't just say, "Well, it's Filipino time."
Mm-hmm.
Take accountability, right?
Yeah.
And that goes back to the other thing. Take accountability, take responsibility, and apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And try and get it straightened out. And don't say, "Oh, Filipino time." No. No.
Yeah. Those
No.
are guys are ano share with you guys about the red flags and what's that relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red flags in a relationship.
So if those have a kind of relationship, just think very well. If that relationship it
That's
works.
get these headaches.
So yes, how about you? Those six red flags you have one belong
I hope
to.
you don't have any red flags if you're in a relationship,
We have
right?
a red flags, but
Why do we have red flags?
what I'm saying they have a
Huh?
like
Do we have
the
red
we
flags?
don't have, but
Oh,
it's
we don't.
we there's a red flags, but
Hmm.
it's very slow.
Wish I did.
Can fix
Red
it,
flags.
but those kind of red flags is really hard to fix it because not willingness and na without effort and everything those that's only for free dinner, free snack,
Free dinners, free snacks. That's that.
those type of
Can you
relationship.
buy me a house and lot, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
something like that. So those guys is a red flag. So if you
yeah.
have a relationship that you feel like that, so you
For
just
some people,
think
they're red flag.
you have to think many times. And yes. So what can you share to other our viewers about
Just
those?
be safe. Go like it says. I agree with what it says there. Go with your gut feeling. If your gut feeling says this is not working out the way I wanted it, I
Yeah.
don't think this dating this girl is a good thing, or dating this guy is a good thing. It's not always a girl's fault. It's not always a guy's fault. You know,
Mm.
some some
And you feel
some
it
people,
also.
whether they're a woman or man, are just bad at relationships, and that doesn't make her a bad date. But you got to weed through that, you know, right? You got to
Yeah.
weed through that. I mean, Lynn would be a terrible date. I think if I lived here and we went going on a date, I think she'd be a terrible date because she'd be late. I know Lynn would be late at least 20 minutes,
Okay.
if not a half hour,
Oh,
and I
anyway,
would only
that's
stand for
enough
that for a
now. Oh my
short time.
goodness.
So red flag. Here's a red flag.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching our video. This red flags about
The red flags
red
of the
flag.
Philippines.
Thank you so much, and
Thanks,
yes,
guys.
stay safe, everyone, and God bless po.